Hey, Sala. As you can see, you're very much on my mind. This is the second in what will probably be a daily series of advice to you. Uh, if I read the rules today correctly, you need to nail your first two poems. There will be eight contestants, and you need to make the top four to get to this poem that is going to carry you to the state championship. So more on your second poem tomorrow. But for today, I have the canonization on my mind, and I want to get through three stanzas of it with you in mind. I talked yesterday about this first stanza here, and the you'd call it the imperative voice, Sala, that this poetic speaker is issuing commands, if you will, right? Let me love. Whoops, I need a little ink here. He's saying, let me love, hold your tongue, uh, or flout. These are all verbs telling them what to do. Take a course, get a place, observe, contemplate, or what you will, so long as you let me love, right? It's a big bunch of imperative verbs. Do this, do that. So I want to get rid of all this stuff for now. So that's the first stanza. I hope you caught in my message of yesterday my belief that there needs to be a bit of a smile, a bit of a playfulness to this. Bear in mind, you're in love, right? You, as the speaker of this poem, you're like, will you leave me alone? I'm just in love. Let me be in love. And so, with that in mind, let's go to stanzas two and three. Uh, Stanza two is going to be a series of questions, right? Going to get question, 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 and I hope that you will hold that in mind because the interrogative allows you to take that different form. Alas, who is injured by my love? Right? It's a question. What merchant ships have my sighs drowned? And let me remind you that this is a classic Donne poem, right? This is the height of English poetry ever in our language, right? Donne and Shakespeare were buddies. This is 1600, more or less. And this guy's at the height of his game, and he's being playful. And one of the things that he's playing on are all these conventions of lovers. At the time, people thought that were you a lover, you were going to sigh and weep and have a fever, have a cold and a fever, be over bloody in your veins, right? So that's one thing that's going on is this playfulness about what the worst of being in love is. But really, it's not that big a deal, right? Alas, alas, who's injured by my love? What merchant ships have my sighs drowned? Who says my tears have overflowed his ground? When did my colds a forward spring remove? I think this is a reference to the seasons here. When did my sort of fits of love that are almost like sicknesses, when did they prevent the early spring from coming? When did the heats which my veins fill add one more to the plaguey bill? When did my sickness make others sick? And then he shifts here, right? Let me get back in the ink mode. He shifts here to other things that he could be. He's a lover. Soldiers find wars. Lawyers find out, this and that. But she and I, we just love. She and I do love. Um, uh, I must make the comment at this moment, Salah. This is a man's voice, right? This is a hetero man's voice. And I don't know how you're going to want to play this. You need either to be a man in your mind, speaking of a woman, or to be a gay woman, be a lesbian, right? She and I do love. I think either way, but I do think you need to adopt this voice for real. There's one note on this stanza that I need to make. This word you did not get right. Litigious, litigious. Lawyers find out still litigious men. Which quarrels move, and this applies just as much to our society, right? Lawyers find out people who want lawsuits. Lawyers find out still litigious men. Which quarrels move. But she and I, though she and I, we just love. We just love. Alas, alas, who's injured by my love. So that stanza too. I think, again, you've got this so memorized that it's a matter of going from this 80% of meaning that you're able to deliver to, 100% delight of of reveling in the playfulness. So one more stanza, and then I'll leave you alone. Um, Call us what you will, we find on stanza 3, right? Call us what you will. We are made such by love. Call her one, me another fly. We are tapers too. So this is the start of a metaphorical section. Tapers are candles, right? There, that's my drawing of a candle for you. We are tapers too, and at our own cost die. So um, I don't know that I can be quick with this, but I'll try to be. So these are comparisons, right? You, the poet, the lover, is saying we're like a lot of things. We're like flies, we're not that important. We're like candles. We're like the eagle and the dove. We're like the phoenix that rises from its own ashes. Well, this verb here, die, means complete sex, have an orgasm. Um, I don't know why that isn't there. So you got to bear that in mind too. This is seriously playful. Leave me alone. No. Oh no. Okay, pause this. Pause this. Okay, back at you. Still stanza three. Um, so this goes from a kind of uh, up here, these questions. This goes to a playful bit of comparison, and he's going to compare himself and his lover to the eagle and the dove. The phoenix riddle hath more wit by us. We two being one are it. We two, he says, we lovers are one, and we rise from our own ashes. And I think there's a lot of sexual reference here that as they die, which is to say, have complete this sexual act together, they rise again. They give birth to another. And I think also this rising is supposed to be about the penis too. So there's a lot of funny kind of playfulness. And he concludes just saying we're mysterious in this love. So I don't want to overdo this, Sala, but I do want you to be thinking about these poems every day. And so that's three stanzas of what I believe is it's a five stanza poem. We die by it, if not live by love. Okay, more on this tomorrow. Hey, Sala, you're gonna win this thing if you put the work into it. And I hope this shows you that I'm thinking of you, I respect you, and I want you to win. And I'll